Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Tsigi Cele, and today I thought it would be fun if we did like a chit chat get ready with me. First of all, guys, just disclaimer, I am not a makeup guru, I'm not a beauty influencer, I'm not a makeup artist, I am nothing even close to that. Like, Jay, guys, please don't judge my very minimalistic makeup skills. Um, I'm just gonna be kind of winging it and just doing what I usually do, which is very basic. In any case, what I wanted to actually discuss today, let me just first get my primer. I have quite oily skin, guys, so I use this primer by Essence. Use the Dailiness, but it actually really helps. Like, usually it takes away the shine. As you can see, like, it's pretty much finished. Um, but yeah. Basically, what I wanted to discuss today, guys, was just, well, if you've watched my previous, if you see me looking to the side, I have a mirror here to kind of help me see things. So, if you've watched any of my channels, I mean, I don't have a lot. I mean, not any of my channels, any of my videos, which I don't have a lot, but you'll notice that I'm on a weight loss journey, a health journey, whatever you want to call it. And June was my first month, right? It was my first month really just trying to hone in on the habits, the good habits, and trying to just start my weight loss journey. So in my first video, I kind of mentioned that I've done the fat diets, I've done whatever, cutting out certain macro groups like low carb, this, that. I've done all of that. I've counted my calories, I've done all of that. And I really want to focus on trying to just just develop healthy habits and just never have to do this thing again, never have to reteach myself good healthy habits, never have to reteach myself focusing on feeding my body rather than just punishing my body, if you understand what I mean. But in any case, I started off well, I started off well. And yeah, guys, I started off well. And really, what happened was, I was like, you know what? I really want to focus on just building healthy habits. But the thing is, with this, which I knew, but I think I didn't like fully mentally prepare myself. I knew that doing this the healthy way and doing this in terms of trying to focus on longevity instead of just quick results means that it's going to take a long time. And guys, it didn't take me 2 months to gain all this weight that I gained. It took me about, I'd say, around a year and a half, right, to gain the weight that I gained. And I don't know why in my head it makes sense for me to lose it in 3 months or 2 months. It just doesn't. But I think I'm so impatient that I kind of subconsciously wanted to do it that way, even though I kept saying I don't want to do it in that way. But in any case, I found myself, so first of all, obviously, I'm trying to develop good habits. I'm trying to not starve myself. I'm trying to eat healthy food and just like focus on feeding my body and not starving it. So since I didn't really see any results. Obviously, I wouldn't in the first month. I expected that. I started getting very impatient. And at first, I was like, oh, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to start tracking what I eat, right? And I did. I was like, oh, okay, I probably eat around some it depended because I tracked for like a week, I'd say, and some days I'd eat 1.6, some days around 1.8. If it's the weekend, maybe closer to 2,000 calories. But it was a range, and I was like, oh, okay, so roughly maybe my maintenance at this moment is about 1.8, right? And then I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm going to slightly decrease it and just, 1.5, so that I start seeing results, but I'm not like under eating. I don't know how I went from that to 1.2 and feeling like I'm actually really, really hungry. And me feeling I was justifying the fact that I feel hungry, because I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm on a diet, it makes sense. I'm in a deficit. It makes sense that I feel hungry. I just have to continue. This means that I'm actually in a deficit and I'm actually gonna lose weight. Please don't do that to yourself. So what happened is I was doing that for about, I'd say, 2 weeks, and I started losing weight, and that's the other thing that I think I just really ruined things with. I started weighing myself frequently. So it was like I was down to about 2 to 3 times a week at this point, and I had lost around, I'd say, 2.5 kgs in 2 weeks. Obviously, whenever you see that, it just motivates you to just keep going because why not? It's working, right? So basically, I continued, and then the last weekend of June, I went on leave, and I decided that I was going to go to Joburg and visit my family. Now, if there's one thing, guys, about my family, my mom and my older sister, they can cook. Okay, they can cook, and that's how they also show they love, That's how they love to cater. So I was there. I tell you guys, I was there for like a weekend, but I was eating like crazy. And that's when I noticed that, oh man, I did it again. I went down the wrong path. I went down the wrong path yet again. I was eating like a crazy person. And yeah, so I started eating. And the thing about me, once I unravel, once I unravel, it's game over. So I just started eating, and then it like I just got into junk food, and I was just eating everything. And guys, honest, there is nothing wrong with eating. Please. There is nothing wrong with eating. And I'm speaking to myself more than anyone here. There is nothing wrong with eating. But when you just are overeating or eating for the sake of eating, not because you're hungry or you necessarily are craving something, you're just eating because you're eating. That's not cute, and that's what leads to weight gain. So that's what was happening with me. Hey guys, I'm just cleaning up my eyebrows. Hey, they are like a little scary. They need some love. But in any case, so yeah, guys, I basically just ate and ate and ate and ate. And when I came back, like one thing about my body, like where I gain weight, I usually gain weight around my arms, around my boobs, my butt, my thighs. That's where I gain weight. I gain weight. But if I gain weight fast, I suddenly have umkaba. I have a big stomach. So that's what I noticed. It was, what's happening? Haibo, I'm coming back from Joburg and yo umkaba. That's what I have now. I have umkaba. Guys, I usually just put on this foundation with my finger. Like, it works for me. Like I said, this is not a tutorial. If you want a tutorial, please go look up some real makeup gurus, guys. This is just me having a girl chat. Okay. So yeah, guys, I started noticing that I have umkaba now. My stomach is big, and I hate that. I hate that. I can usually handle gaining weight in general. I mean, I don't like it, but I can handle it. But once I see my tummy get bigger, I'm like, wait, it's game over. Like something has to change. But again, like my initial instinct was to go back into a restrictive mentality and to start restricting my like counting calories, restricting, like want to go straight back into that, exercising like crazy and try to lose the weight as quickly as possible and at least make up the progress that I just ruined basically by going to my family. So just as I was about to start, the thing is awesome. Once you've fallen off the wagon, it is quite difficult to climb back on. Like, that's just the truth of the matter, guys. It is quite difficult to climb back on. Like, you find yourself, like, I found that once I had come back to Cape Town, I was eating more. I didn't want to just jump back into my old like my newly found habits, my healthy eating habits. So it was just difficult. All I wanted to do was to continue eating unhealthily, buy more snacks, chill in front of the TV, just do all that. And I was starting to neglect my goals, basically. Guys, I want to be healthy. Like, I don't think I stressed this enough in my first video. Like, it's so important for me. It's so important to me, rather. It's so important to me to be healthy. It's important to me to lose this weight. It's important to me to make sure that I am not burdened by all the lifestyle diseases that are in my family. Like, I don't want that to be my portion at all. Like, I don't think I could handle that. I really, really, really don't want to be that person who has diabetes or hypertension, cholesterol, like dyslipidemia. Like, I just don't want that. I don't want that to be my life. So this is important beyond aesthetics, because obviously there's also that, but beyond aesthetics, I also really want this for just to live a good healthy life, to not be burdened by Jay, like now I'm 50 and I have all these pills to take, like I don't even like pills. Like, I can't even drink a Panado. So I don't know how I'd even survive that. But in any case, guys, it just got me thinking, because I then just sat and I was like reflecting, what's okay, you know what? We are here. I'm feeling quite desperate yet again. I'm feeling quite desperate to lose weight, to change, to just get back to my old self. And when you feel like when you feel like you're desperate and you feel like, yo, you need to do this quickly, that's when things just go wrong. At least for me. Guys, actually, this concealer, Elga LA Girl, like I use this one in Fawn. It's fail proof, even for me. Like it really works. Anyway, so I was like, okay, you know what? I really do want this. I know that I want this. But I also don't want to go about it the wrong way. I don't want to. Guys, I'm 28 now. I'm 28. I do not want to be doing this again in 2 years' time because I failed to do it right the first time. I was impatient and I wanted fast results. I don't want that to happen. I really don't want that to happen. So I just realized, no, man, like I need to be kinder to myself. Like, let's just start there. I need to be kinder to myself. And I also need to realize, Uguti, I gained this weight in a year and a half, roughly. Okay. And there's a lot of factors that led to me, or that contributed to me gaining weight. But at the end of the day, it's because I had learned all these bad habits before, and I just didn't once like that's my plan basically, to fix my bad habits, to replace them with good habits, so that even when storms come, because they come, girl, when they come, at least I fall back into my old habits. I mean, into my good, healthy habits, and not fall back into my old habits, because now I couldn't be bothered to be disciplined. You know what I mean? So, yeah, guys, like, I just wanted to basically have that chat with you guys. Like, it's a journey for a reason. Let us start there. It is a journey for a reason, because it is going to take some time. It's going to take some time, and sometimes we are just so unreasonable with ourselves. We're unreasonable, we mean, we just say things to our bodies that really we don't deserve to say to our bodies. And I feel like I really am trying to not be that person anymore. I really am trying to just take better care of myself. And this includes, the thing is, when you take care of yourself physically, everything is linked. That's how I feel. Like my physical health is linked to my mental health, my emotional health, spiritual health. Konke, it works together. So if I am struggling with my physical health, it impacts my mental health as well, right? It means like, for example, the fact that I was starting to put so much pressure on myself and just feeling like, no, I need to lose this weight quickly. I need to lose this weight quickly. That meant, Uguti, I was also starting to stress about it and look at myself differently, like, and feel like, oh, like if I'm standing in front of a mirror now, I'm like, oh, girl, you look so big. And I don't want to talk to myself like that. No one should ever speak to themselves like that, because you wouldn't say it to someone else. So why do you torture your body like that? Why do you torture yourself like that? So all those things are important, guys. Like, I'm just trying to say, Uguti, this is a journey, and it's not an easy one. And really, I need to be much kinder to myself. Guys, you know, I bought this palette. I can't even see it properly. It says 12 Rose Gold palette. I think it was by Beauty Treats at Discount. I bought it like maybe a year ago or something. Again, very nice colors, very simple for me. I'm about that simple life. So yeah, this is actually really nice. Like in terms of if you um like colors that are more like browns, golds, light pinks and whatnot. Yeah, this is, you should try it out. But in any case, yeah, so guys, it was just one of those moments where I realized, because man, I'm I'm drifting from what I set out to do. And I'm very much a goal oriented person. Like, I'm one of those people where is coming, the new year's approaching, yo, what are my goals? What have I achieved this year? I'm that person, guys. I'm honestly that person. And goals are important to me. They really are. And achieving them is important to me. And I really want to achieve this goal. It's like one of my very like most important goals this year. And I know it's not something that I'm going to achieve just this year. It's going to take longer, but it's honestly an important goal of mine that I really want to achieve. So yeah, basically I'm saying, guys, if you're struggling, if you're struggling, you are not alone. That's basically what I'm saying. If you're struggling, you are not alone, and it's okay. Like, it's honestly, it's okay. We need to stop um, normalizing these crash diets and normalize being healthy, normalize putting your mental health first, normalize putting your physical health first, normalize just being holistically healthy, and knowing that the pressure to reach your aesthetic goals quickly really won't be worth it in the end. Like, you will reach them. You can reach your aesthetic goals, you can look snatched, you can be that girl. But if you didn't go about it the right way, if you now have um residual mental health issues because of it, if you've picked up even more bad habits because of that, or unhealthy habits because of it, like, was it really worth it? To me, it wasn't, because at the end of the day, you will just 360 back to where you first started. Because that's what happens. If you don't replace your bad habits with good ones, you will just like go back to your old bad habits. That's what happens. You will just go back to your old bad habits. So it's actually really important to learn good habits and really replace and fall in love with those new habits that you have, and really replace those old ones. Otherwise, you will be like me right now, who, even when they're trying, like I'm trying to really focus on having good habits, I find those old habits trying to creep in and trying to make me focus on them, instead of focusing on building my new habits and focusing on the journey rather than like instant results, the destination, if that makes sense. Because that's what it is. Like, you get impatient and you end up wanting to focus on you will end up wanting to focus on the result instead of focusing on the journey, what you're learning, how you're growing, how you are changing as a person, how you're morphing. And I always find when you embark on these kind of journeys, guys, like you really learn about yourself. You really learn, like, oh my gosh, like, okay, hi, Ntigi. I didn't know this about you. You learn all sorts of things about yourself. Like, you learn how resilient you are. You learn, for example, I mean, I kind of knew I was impatient, but yes, as I've become really, really impatient. So now I'm aware of that. It's okay, what? I've got a problem with patience, and now I know I need to focus my energy on something else. I now know it's okay. It's not a good idea to weigh myself because I'm too aware of the progress or lack thereof. So that's not a good idea. But rather, I'm gonna focus on my fitness. That's something I feel like I can focus on, and I know that's something that always gets me excited. So I know that if I focus rather on, oh my gosh, now I can lift this amount of weight, or now I can run a kilometer further, or my time has decreased. If I focus on little steps like that, or the progress in terms of fitness rather than in terms of the actual weight loss, then I think I'll actually be better off in that sense. But yeah, my point is, I think that's what I'm gonna try and do. I mean, if you guys have any tips, like, share with your girl. Don't leave me hanging out here. I really do want to do better. I really want to achieve my goals, and I know I will. I know I will. I will. It's just a month. It's just 1 month that I've kind of set myself back with. But if I didn't stop and reflect and really think about what it is that I want and why I'm doing this, I would have wasted maybe the next 6 months and probably lost the weight. But I wouldn't be happy about it because I would still be struggling with the same old issues, and still be struggling with, I don't know, guys, and still just be struggling with how I feel like, when you're doing something and you are not working with your body, you're working against it, and you feel like, hey, I'm struggling, my body is fighting against me. That's how I was feeling. And I know it only gets worse. I've done it before. Like I said before, I've done it before. Like, you really don't want to fight with your body. You want to work with your body. You don't want to fight with your body. But yeah, guys, this is basically what I wanted to say. And this is my very basic look. I'm going to just put on some mascara and possibly some eyelashes. I'll think about it, but I'll be back. that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Show me some love down in the comments below. And yeah, basically, guys, if you take anything away from all the rambling that I've done, is that just love yourself through this journey. If you are on a journey, that's the important thing, really. Health comes first, especially mental health. It really does come first. So prioritize that, prioritize your health in all aspects, and focus on building good habits. And really, I'm preaching to myself here, like, I need this. But yeah, I know that once we focus on that, we really will stay motivated and just achieve all our goals. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you at my next video. Bye.